the PS4 controller might have some kind of LCD touchscreen and biometric sensors. First of all, a lot of you guys know that I like to talk about video games, especially up-to-date news and, rumors and things like that regarding future releases. I get most of my news, if not all of it, from GameSpot, okay, GameSpot.com, because they have video game news and it's very current. Unfortunately, though, a lot of them is just pure speculation bullshit, meaning they always have a question mark at the end of their bullshit. If it usually has a question mark, it's not fucking true, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's complete speculation, and that's what pisses me off. It's more of a, rumor mill kind of bullshit. This might happen, and, this kind of controller might happen, and this could happen, and I'm hearing this and that. There's no concrete evidence. And it's almost like, well, we're just gonna talk about it anyways to gain attention. Well, I'm here to address that fucking fact. I'm here to address that and call that bullshit out. I'm getting sick and tired of it, GameSpot. Because every time you guys put out a fucking news article like this, and granted, yeah, I talk about it too. But I've had it, man. I mean, everything is just speculation, okay? Oh, LCD, blah, blah, blah. I mean, one of the things that pissed me off about this was they talked about how this might replace Sony's actual Dualshock design for their controllers, which has been around since like the PlayStation era, since the fucking 90s with the original PS1. And yeah, I mean, we've all seen and played the fucking PS controllers. They're all pretty much the same, except with minor differences every generation. The PS2 and then the PS3 Dualshock controllers. But GameSpot is suggesting that this may fucking like replace the DualShock design, and it's going to be a new thing. This is what they're going to have instead for the PS4. And that's fucking bullshit. That's not the case, because wasn't this the same fucking website that talked about how they were going to have a split fucking controller design? Like, it's going to be a mix between, what was it, the PS Move and the DualShock controller. So, you guys, I've talked about this before. They look like ice cream cones. Yeah. So, this is the same fucking website that talked about this, and yet they're fucking suggesting this other bullshit. It just pisses me off, because they're always, they're making up shit now. They're making up bullshit as they go along, like, oh, well, maybe this could happen, maybe they'll never use it again. What do you think? What do you think? Shut up, GameSpot. You guys are idiots. This isn't like journalism. This is just pure fabricated speculation. Like, you guys aren't even trying. It's just, oh, well, they might have LCD touchscreen biometric sensors on the controllers now. It's going to be completely different, and it's going to completely replace it. Shut the fuck up. You guys don't know it. You guys don't know that. Because it's all hearsay. The info is backed up by other sources who told Eurogamer that Sony has been testing a PS4 controller with a touchscreen, and they're changing the design supposedly every month. Yeah, but who cares? That means they're just testing it. Even if they're doing it, you don't know anything. You don't know anything, and that's what gets me mad, because it's like, I'll read it, and that's part of it too, is that there's so many people that comment on these articles. There's like, they get hundreds and hundreds of comments, hundreds of people that fucking get attracted to this kind of news because they think it's real, or they think, oh, I want to discuss it. It's sad. They're also talking about how maybe it's not clear if the DualShock will be replaced entirely, and that's what pissed me off. And then they also said that maybe if the PS4 can be compatible with older inputs. Okay, let's talk about that. It would be a wise decision if you can use PS3 DualShock 6-axis controllers on the PS4. That would be very good, because I've mentioned it before, PS3 controllers are too fucking expensive. They're like $60, okay? It's too pricey. They're fucking useless. The 6-axis thing was garbage. And it's just an overpriced controller. I mean, yeah, it's got rechargeable bullshit, batteries, but so what? The 360 has that too, you know what I mean? Like, every controller has that nowadays. It's not a big deal. It basically wastes it's your money. I mean, it's like a fucking overpriced controller, and then now you're gonna force people to buy a new one. You know, it's ridiculous. I don't know what to say, because the PS4, it should be able to... I don't understand why you can't be backwards compatible, you know? Again, it's one of those things that Sony does to milk the fucking consumers, to just milk their franchise, to... Not milk the consumers, but nickel and dime the consumers, you know? Just completely, like... For every dollar, every cent they want to get. And it's gonna feel like a waste, you know. If you have a PS3 lying around, you got the $60 Dualshock Analog 3 or bullshit 6-axis controller lying around, you're not gonna be using it. That's gonna suck, you know. I have a feeling. I don't think it's gonna be compatible. You know, so anybody that expects it to be compatible, has any hopes, don't expect it. You know, don't think that this is gonna be compatible at all, because it probably won't be. Sony doesn't do that kind of shit. I know somebody well, you can do it with the PlayStation, you know, the PlayStation controllers. You can do it for the PS2, for example. And it's not official, but you can actually hook up a PS2 controller to a PS3. You can do that too, but I mean, that's unofficial. They kind of stopped doing that with a PS3, you know. You can't do that shit anymore. I don't know. If they were smart, they would do it, because then... Fuck it, you save money on a controller, and it's more appealing that way. You know, and plus, there are people that lose their controllers, or you know, it gets taken away or it gets broken. It's nice to have an extra controller, where you don't have to spend another $60, $70 on a new controller. You know, just use your fucking PS3 for the PS4. I mean, that just makes more sense to me. And they have the technology, you know, they have the technology. They have the goddamn... capabilities. I don't... This sensory, all this like LCD stuff and biometrics nonsense, it just feels like a big gimmick. You know, and it sounds expensive. If this... I guarantee you this fucking controller is gonna be like $500, man. You know, it sounds like expensive technology, so that's pretty much it. Till next time, ciao.